their minds around that. And then, yeah, there are a few places which I'm assuming maybe just haven't been added yet, of where you could link to, like, make this a hyperlink of monthly marketing package and link it to that page, or the read about Claire. I'm certain that just hasn't been done yet, but I'll be thorough, and I'd rather over communicate than under communicate. So the blog obviously is just a quick little introduction, but because you are trying to sell to your financial advisors that may not know the value of the blog, this idea of giving away 90% of your expertise, maybe adding a sentence in your own language of how, maybe just like a little opportunity to, educate your prospective clients of why that's valuable, a little bit of teaching them about the inbound marketing. So we aim to give away 90%. This generosity model really draws in customers in a way that is really authentic and helpful, or something like that. I thought could be a little, could benefit that page. The frequently asked questions page. Let's see. Again, just that thought of anywhere to add statistics or links to specific client stories, or if there's ways to link to blog posts that maybe you expound more upon that, could be helpful. And again, like when you're mentioning the monthly marketing package, adding a link that would take people straight to that. With the idea of compliance, where is that? When you guys talk about compliance, and you mention Ad Errato and Smarsh, I didn't know what that was. Maybe that's something that is very known in the, here it is, in the financial world, but I don't know if like maybe adding a link so that people would just be able to get a quick snapshot of what those apps are, or what that is exactly. And then links to like the SEO, give them maybe even make this just a hyperlink that would take them to that premium packages page, or the where you're explaining what that would look like, or that kind of thing. So that was pretty straightforward. Let's see. The getting started phone call. I think with just this one, I didn't see on the preview like a place where they actually can go ahead and schedule that. And maybe, I'm assuming, oh yeah, here it is. So maybe that's fine. I added this, just the schedule a free, no obligation. I need to add, I will go back and add that no obligation phone call today. I need to, that's an incomplete sentence. Going to my story. Your story was really neat, and I think that personal side of it, of how your relationship with your dad and your experience growing up really helps. I think as if I were a financial advisor, I would see the way that you view financial advisors, and I think that is a really neat component. My intuition is that this is a little long. I think it's over 1,000 word count. So I think my only thought would be to maybe cut it down a little bit. There's a few places where, maybe you could, just take out a few sentences or condense it a little bit and still get the same message across. I didn't feel comfortable taking those things out. I'd be happy to, with your go ahead, to kind of condense a little bit, but I think the idea there is good, but maybe just say it in less words, or a few less stories, a few less anecdotes would be my gut feeling about this from an editing side of it. The other thought would be, you start telling your story and then you're talking about why you love working with financial advisors, which is, I think, good. But I think if I were just glancing through this page, maybe it would help make more sense if you said, rather than they are entrepreneurs, they, using the word they, using financial advisors, because that's going to help pop out of connecting to your prospective clients, how you view them, and being more specific rather than using a pronoun. So that was just a thought. I don't know. I could see it either way. So, and then maybe at the end, I don't know, I wrote down as a thought, maybe just making sure every page has a call to an action or has a way to click to your next step, to say, it could be even like, I'd love to hear your specific story about how you've made an impact in your community. Please click here to schedule a phone call with me, or something like that, to get them to that next step, to keep doing that. So those are my thoughts on that page. The premium marketing services, I did a little just bit of the format changing to make it a little bit more clear cut. I might start off, because it just jumps in right with one of the packages, and so maybe adding an introduction of explaining, like, here are some of the services that we provide at Indigo Marketing, and then lead into the different packages that you offer. Yeah, that, I think that was just a thought on that page. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think we're good there. With these, there's maybe opportunity when you're going into the specific search engine optimization pages where it's the same information from the other page. So maybe there's an opportunity to either link to a case study that you've highlighted in a blog post, or give some specific, a little bit more opportunity for education for people who aren't in the marketing world to understand why this is really important. So again, coming from a financial advisor's perspective, probably numbers and statistics are going to mean a lot to them. So like maybe doing a few quick snapshots of several different people that you've done SEO for, if you have that, of before and after, and doing, rather than just one, doing 3, or going more into depth with just one case study might make that more compelling. Also with the social media, same thing. I won't click on that, but same thing of like, since it's the exact same as what's in the premium marketing services, maybe taking a little bit of space to explain the power of social media to a lot of financial advisors that may be on the fence about that may not realize how important and impactful that is. Okay, so the speaking one, the thing, as I was looking through it, it seemed as if it went straight from how to generate referrals, and then it went into what was, I think, explaining your LinkedIn talk. And so I went ahead and I made this the heading, and it seems like it's just missing your description of the social media. So if you want to add that in of what that talks about, I'd be happy to go back in and edit that or wordsmith it. Maybe again down at the bottom, just a call to action of how to get to the next step of, you have that up at the top to email you, but maybe again at the bottom, they could, whatever would make it most easiest for any visitor on your website to take that next step to book you to speak, which is really cool. And then this isn't on any of the other bottom pages, this contact information. I didn't know if that was supposed to be there or not, but I just wanted to draw your attention to that. And the LinkedIn guide. The only thing is there's not really an easy place, if I didn't see, maybe it's just not there yet, to go ahead and buy the book. If it is primarily sold through just Amazon, then making this a hyperlink or making it a button at the bottom, making it very easy and your eyes drawn to the place to make that. The book reviews are really compelling and really good. There are a lot of them. I don't I would maybe, I mean, they're all really good though, and they made me want to read the book. So, I would say, yeah, that looks good. I think, um, yeah, just a call to action. And then when I see the preview, I don't see a, I'm not seeing the video pop up. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what that is, but I just wanted to point that out to you. So, yeah, I'm not seeing the video there. Um, and that was in one other place too. So just, I'm sure all of those things, I know it's in progress, but again, I'd rather be over communicative than not say anything and wish I had. So, and let's see. Okay, so the content marketing one. Um, yeah, I would say in there's places where I see possible to just keep linking either within your own site to draw people in more and keep giving them, and that also, with the SEO to bolster up the network of linking within your site. So the other thing I thought was, to learn more about content marketing, you led them to a book. So maybe either link them to where they could look at that book, or to give someone a more realistic, probably I would assume a financial advisor may not go out and buy a book and read a book about content marketing, but they may click on a link to a video that explains this same ideology, or gets a quick snapshot of maybe Joe. I don't know if Joe Paluzzi has a video that you could link them to that they may be more likely to really get more in-depth look, but it would be more of like a 5-minute commitment rather than buying a book. Maybe, or switching it around, saying, I got a lot of what I learned from Content Inc. by Joe Paluzzi. Here's if you're curious to learn about more, here's, maybe a blog post that I wrote that kind of lays out what I got from that book and how I approach my job because of his philosophy. The other thing, I found a place of how you said it's a relatively inexpensive way to get the attention. I found a site when I was building my own site about inbound marketing, content marketing. Maybe this would be another place to add a statistic I found on an infographic that content marketing costs 62% less and can generate 3 times more leads than other marketing strategies. So a quick statistic like that might be really compelling to a numbers person. And then, yeah, so and leading into, this, what it really